So I'm pretty sure that I'm destined to be single forever. I had a really good guy interested in me, and maybe I just prefer somebody with kids because they can relate. But I don't do needy. Don't write me novels. Don't call me 24/7. I work full time. I have 4 kids. Like, I don't have time to sit on the phone and talk for hours and sit and text all day long. Maybe I am bitter. Maybe I'm just jaded. But there has to be some, like, happy medium, right? Like, I'm not one of those needy girls that have to be talked to 24/7 to feel validated. I don't know. So
These single mothers out here, guys, feel as though they still deserve to be picky in the dating market. Madam, you have 4 children and you work full time. Okay? Don't be a sucker for these types of people, guys. What they'll want you to do is they'll want you to come in their life. They'll want to put you as 5th or 6th priority, behind her career, behind her kids, behind whatever other miscellaneous hobby she has. And she's going to want you to pay for stuff. Okay? Meanwhile, the relationship she had before this one, they're incredibly toxic, or he didn't treat her right, or he left her on ghost, or whatever the case may be. I mean, just ask yourself, guys, like, where's the father? Notwithstanding any, serious issues, where is the father? Okay, these girls want a Captain Saver 304, okay, to come along and solve all their problems for her. But what do you, as a man, get out of the situation? Okay, all right. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be breaking down this particular TikTok, as well as jumping into a couple of relationship stories. You already know. And we've got an interesting article that we might have time to cover today, guys. Which the theme of today, guys, is alpha women. Okay, girls who want guys to submit, who come in. They want you to join their life and then just come in at a 5th place. Right? It's almost as if you're a tool to them. But before we crack into today's show, guys, if you're new here, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description. So if you're interested in becoming a supporter, that's the best way to do it. The link for that is somewhere below the video. But let's jump straight back into it, respond to what she's got to say, and don't forget to leave your comments as we go through, and then we'll jump into today's relationship stories.
So I'm pretty sure that I'm destined to be single forever. I had a really
Yeah, girls who say they're going to be single forever, cool. Like, it's not as if you can't just solve that problem. Okay, it's very easy to solve the problem. Just lower your standards. You're not going to get that guy that's earning 6 figures over 6 foot and will treat you simultaneously as a queen and poorly at the same time. You see, you're not going to find that guy who has 50 million other girls who want to be with him while earning a fat paycheck and is tall and is kind to you. You're not going to find all of those things in one guy. So you're going to have to lower your standards.
really good guy interested in me, and maybe I just prefer somebody with kids because they can relate.
No, she doesn't prefer someone with kids. You see, this is similar to if you ask a girl. We did a video on this channel a while ago where this guy went around asking girls, what are your thoughts on height? Would you date a guy that's shorter than you? And you'll typically get BS responses like this, where what they'll do is they'll try and paint it as something else. So they'll say, oh, well, I don't like dating short guys because they remind me of my brother, right? Or I don't like maybe this guy, I didn't like him because he didn't also have kids. That's got nothing to do with it. Okay, she's just repulsed by the neediness that the guy was putting out. Okay, it's like they'll just throw out miscellaneous things so that they can make themselves look good. So like she can say, "Oh yeah, well I broke it off with this guy because he wasn't as relatable as he needed to be, or I wasn't feeling as though there was an emotional connection." She can say that instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I broke it up with him because he talked to me too much and I don't like it." You see how one way she can paint it and make herself look good, and then the other way she can paint it is she can say, well, the connection just wasn't there. We were on a different wavelength. He didn't have kids, so he didn't really understand the grind that I was on. You see?
But I don't do needy. Don't write me novels. Don't call me 24/7. I work full time. I have 4 kids. Like, I don't have time to sit on the phone and talk for hours and sit and text all day long.
Yeah, and that's fair, right? Like, if you're a guy and you're out here doing those things, stop it. You know, I've said this many times, guys, but we're not sitting here going through conversations, talking with girls all day. You better believe you have something else going on. I don't care if it's a hobby. I don't care if it's gym. I don't care if it's your work, your job, right? Like, just have something else going on. Conversations do not benefit men, guys. Like, yeah, what are you going to do? Sit there and get your feelings out? Like, when I say on this channel that if you want to sit down and have an emotional conversation with a girl, let your emotions out, please understand that it is not an attractive thing. If you're with a wife, a long-term girlfriend, and you want to sit there spewing your emotions out, your anxieties about the world, guys, get a therapist. Okay, don't be spewing that stuff onto your girl. It's like they'll say that they're emotionally supportive and that they're there for you. No, just they can take a bit, right, of you spewing out your emotions and how you feel about how the world is difficult and life is hard. But like they won't stick around for any long-term sort of pain in that regard, especially if they have better options.
Maybe I am bitter. Maybe I'm just jaded. But there has to be some like happy medium, right? Like I'm not one of those needy girls that have to be talked to 24/7 to feel validated.
These videos are really funny as well because you'll notice that they'll actually put in subtle jabs at other girls to make themselves look better. You see, like, notice there how she said, "Oh, well, I'm not one of those insecure girls who needs to be talked to forever," or whatever the frick, right? Notice how, like, she's lowering other girls and she's trying to pump herself up. You see, isn't that interesting? Girls do this like really subtle stuff. Girls get aggressive in way different ways than men. Like men will will club someone over the head, right? Or it'll become like pushing and shoving and that kind of crap. That's what male aggression looks like, right? Like physical aggression. Um, Women's aggression, right? And the way that they kind of operate is they do what's it called? Status sabotage, reputation sabotage, that kind of thing. So what she'll do is she'll paint other girls to look bad while simultaneously rising herself up. You'll also notice this at the end of relationships, guys, where if a girl is bitter at you, what she'll do is she'll try and turn your family and your friends on you and that kind of thing. It's like damage to your status and your, not necessarily your body, as it were.
I don't know. So I'm pretty sure
And
that
that's the end of the TikTok. But guys, we're going to jump into the stories momentarily here, and we got a couple of good ones today. Of the first one is a cuck not understanding that he's getting cucked, and guys, whenever you see disrespect in relationships, I would encourage you guys just to leave immediately. Okay, like we're not here putting up with disrespect just because we don't want her to leave, or because we like her, or because we feel like there's some sort of connection. If the connection was as good as you thought, she wouldn't be disrespecting you. You see, like I don't understand, man. Like guys are out here in relationships putting up with just an absolutely tremendous amount of disrespect because they don't want the wife to go. My man, the wife is already gone. Like the relationships when she starts disrespecting you and you don't check her on it, or you don't just remove yourself from the situation, please believe it's only going to get worse for you, okay? Because you've just said in her head, "Hey, I'll tolerate that kind of behavior. In fact, you can go worse because I accepted it." Okay, if you give people an inch, they'll take a mile with this kind of crap. But let's jump into the story here. Alrighty, it is titled, "Wife Had Bedroom Fun with Her Ex Because She Said She Thought I Was Cheating. After me and my wife got married, she went and had fun with her ex because she thought I was cheating for no reason. We were arguing a lot at the beginning of our marriage, so she says she contacted her ex and drove to see him. Basically, she said it was all on him into having the fun, so he started all. Although I believe that she went there just to have the fun, she said that she didn't. This was right after we got married in 2018. So keep in mind, guys, this is a while ago. Okay, this is a fresh post, and he's talking about this event which happened in 2018. So keep that in mind as we continue. But I didn't find out until Valentine's Day 2020. So we were on our way to the casino for some fun on Valentine's Day, and she told me she did it. She told me she had fun with him just out of the blue. I tried to kind of play it off while we were there, but it just kept bothering me. So I wanted to talk about it one day, and we started talking, and I'm just trying to understand what happened, and she gets angry about it. Yeah, you see, notice how when you try and interject, if you display to her that like you've got all these emotional grievances and she hurt you and everything. So you think that because she's with you, she's just going to care. You think that, oh, okay, I can display all of this emotion and I can say, well, oh, that really hurt me and blah, blah, blah. The fact that she doesn't care about that stuff. Now, not all girls are going to be this savage, obviously. Not all girls are going to cheat on you like this, obviously. Before we got the all police coming to the channel saying, oh, Taylor thinks all girls will cheat. No. Okay. Um, but what you have to understand is, like, in situations like this, gentlemen, we're not going to sit down and have some sort of discussion about it if she had fun with another guy, what is there to figure out? You get me? What are we going to figure out? The only thing we're going to be figuring out is the fastest way for you to get out of my damn house. Like I don't understand, man. It's like we as guys, we have this chronic issue of trying to fix and understand crap. There isn't anything to be understood here. There isn't anything to be fixed. She gets the hell out. I don't care. You divorce, you do whatever it takes, okay? Like and it sucks, man, because guys will get into this situation, and that's the brainwashing behind it, okay? A lot of guys will be told, if you're a real man, you're going to sit there and you're going to work out these issues. You're going to be a good little man. You're going to work out the issues, and that's going to be that. Like, oh yeah, I hate this thing, man. It's like all relationships are bumpy. They're just a rocky ride. Yeah, that's really interesting. Why? You ever think about that, guys? Why can't relationships just be a lot smoother? Why can't there be mutual respect? Okay, you'll get guys in relationships, and we'll continue with the story in a moment here, guys. You'll get guys in relationships where their girls showing off all their fun on Instagram and that kind of thing, just clearly disrespecting the guy in the relationship, okay? And then he'll bring it up and she'll have an issue with him about it. You see that? And it's like, oh, it's just one of the bumps in the road. No, it's called being disrespected. Like there's people want to brush off. Oh yeah, this is just normal behavior that happens in relationships. And if you're a real man, you're going to fix it. You're going to be there. You're going to stay there, and you're going to support these people through it because it's them going through something. It's not you. It's not something that they did to you, right? It's they're going through some issues. Or guys, it's absolutely sickening. Anyway. Every time I've attempted to talk about it, she gets angry and we start arguing. The worst part, though, is that other people know. For whatever reason, she told his mother, her mother, his cousin, her brother, and her cousin that he knows of. So more people than this know it. Like you already know, guys, if you tell one person something, everyone knows it, right? Like, but like, I mean, this is just ridiculous. So the girl had the balls to tell his mother about this, by the way. So not only are you being disrespected by the wife, you're also being disrespected by your mother. Like you don't command any. People just have no respect for you, man. Like because you're not demanding any. You're sitting there and you're taking all this crap. I mean, for the love of God, this happened in 2018. I get that he only found it out in 2020, but that's still a year ago as of this video. And this post was made like something like 8 hours ago. Okay? Anyway, let's continue. Blah, blah, blah. And for me, this is very embarrassing. I feel like everyone knows and is looking at me like an idiot. There's no telling who these other people told. I've come down to an extremely bad anxiety, leading to anxiety attacks. I'm stressed over this, and it's been over a year since I found out. My heart is broken. I get extremely angry sometimes thinking about this. Sometimes I just want to divorce her, but I do love her. It seems like it's gotten worse. Thinking about going to see a good therapist or something. Not go to marriage counseling because we were in marriage counseling while she was having fun with her ex. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I wonder what those marriage counseling sessions looked like, right? Girls like this, I think a lot of the times they're just, for lack of a better word, alpha. They're the masculine one in the relationship. They're the dominant one in the relationship, okay? And guys like this will just tolerate crap. It's very sad to watch. I'm not trying to be upset with her, but she acts as if everything is normal, but it's not for me. I'm defeated and battling anxiety every day. Just really need some advice. I'm a different person that I don't like now at all. I'm upset. I'm trying to steer clear of buzzwords here, gentlemen. But let's look at this. I'm trying not to be upset with her, but she acts as if everything is normal. Like, I'm confused. Here's the thing, okay? we're not going to go up to the girl crying. We're not going to go up to the girl voicing our grievances, being upset, and all this kind of crap. No, we're going to leave the situation. But my guy, you are certainly within your rights to be frustrated at this lady. And people always flame me in the comments like, Taylor, why do you use the word lady? It's just bugger off, man. All right. She's clearly not a lady. Okay. But this lady here has disrespected you to such an extent, and you're sitting here trying not to be upset with her. Like, my guy, you are perfectly within your rights to be upset and frustrated. Now, are you going to go and voice this to her and have a big cry out session about it? No, you just leave the situation. Okay, but like, this guy has been whipped into so much cucketry, it's unreal. And you'll notice this kind of crap is very common, right? You'll see behavior out here where there'll be girls who do this kind of behavior to their boyfriends and stuff like this. Like, guys, you'll see this all around the place to varying degrees. And like, the guy just beats himself up about it, right? Because he feels as though he's not entitled to have an opinion on it. Oh yeah, it's just her experience. She's just doing what she wants. And guys, we're going to wrap up today's article with today's show, excuse me, with this. All right, you are allowed to eat. Now, this is from our favorite subreddit. You already know. I'm not going to even mention it because it's gross. But like, a lot of these girls will be out here, guys, and they'll think, well, okay, I've got kids, but you know what? I'm still entitled to this guy. Or you know what? I may not look very good, but hey, I love my body, and that's what counts. Right? Like, I love my body and I love myself, so that I can just do whatever the hell I want. Hey, if I'm getting into a relationship, I don't need to consider what the other person wants. So we're just going to jump straight into this, gentlemen, and we're going to kind of have a bit of a laugh at it as we go through. I've had past dating experiences with several men who said things to me about the amount of food I ate during meals. For extra context, I eat a healthy amount for someone who is above average height and lives an active lifestyle. Weight and HIIT training, 5+ days a week. I'm well aware of my nutritional requirements. 2 examples of such comments, which were both very serious in their deliveries. 1, whoa, you don't need to eat all of that, while I was about to finish the second half of my sandwich. 2, well, no duh, you like the food, you ate all of it, emphasis on the all. And these are pretty big portions. After I made a simple comment that the new restaurant we went to and their food were good. After years of struggling to have a positive self-image, I now have a healthy relationship with my body and food. But comments like this still sting and pinch a little nerve of insecurity with me. See a global pressure, blah, 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 whatever. It hit me recently. The sting I felt after the above comments were said to me is probably the reason why men say these things to us in the first place. By putting women down through hitting insecurities we're likely to have, especially when it comes to food, weight, and beauty, they're actually trying to shift our mindset to the belief that we should be lucky to have them. No, that is stupid. Okay, this is, oh, look at me, I'm a victim. A guy's telling me that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be eating something. I'm a victim. Did you ever consider that maybe they actually just care about your weight? Or maybe it's important that they have a partner who's attractive to them? Like, these girls say, oh yeah, well, a guy told me not to eat this meal, or a guy said it was, not ladylike to do this, or whatever the case may be. They're not trying to say you're lucky to be with them. They're trying to voice what they would prefer in a partner. Okay, you see, here's the problem, guys, right? Girls will voice what they want in a partner all damn day, he's got to be over 6 foot, 6 figures, 6-pack, all these sorts of things, okay? And nobody says anything. People are like, yeah, you go, girl. You're good on you for having standards, right? That's what they call, like, standards, or it's just an opinion, or it's a preference, right? It's a preference. But when guys say, hey, I don't like when you're overweight, she'll be like, oh, I'm not overweight. I have a healthy relationship with my body. I struggle with self-image. Blah 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 blah. You ever consider that, like, maybe men have preferences too, and maybe they're not actually trying to put you down? It's ridiculous, man, because these girls, right? There'll be girls who are overweight. They'll be in relationships, and what they'll say is, "Oh yeah, well, my man is trying to control me. My man is trying to be mean and evil to me. He's trying to control me. He's not trying to control you. He just wants you to look better and take better care of yourself." Okay, ridiculous. Anyway. They're actually trying to shift our mindset to the belief that we should be lucky with them, etc. For example, if I get her to think she eats horribly or is overweight or insert any potential insecurity here, she won't feel like she has a chance with other men because she'll think that they will judge and reject her for it. Yeah, we as men, we don't think like we don't think like this. You see, girls think like this. Normal men who your average guy, for lack of a better word, blue pillar, whatever the hell you want to label them as, the average guy doesn't think this in depth about this kind of crap. He really doesn't. He's not there trying to go, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit on her insecurity. I'm gonna make her feel bad about herself, so that she'll like me more. No, he's saying that you shouldn't be eating so much, or it's kind of strange that you're eating so much because he wants to kind of shove you in the direction that, hey, I'd prefer if you looked a bit nicer. And like that's a health thing too, right? Like he's trying to control me. Do you ever consider the fact that maybe he just wants you to eat a bit healthier? Damn, man. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to leave today's episode there. A bit of a mixed one. We looked at weight, we looked at some cucketry, as well as a single mother of four trying to secure a man. But she's got to. If he's too needy, he's got to get out. Maybe he's got to have some kids of his own to a macho level, I suppose. But guys, we're going to leave it there. As always, leave your thoughts and comments below of the things we covered today. If you disagree with anything I've said, guys, feel free to do so in the comments. That's what they're there for. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Come and join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, the Patreon is there if you're looking to support the channel, guys. If you want to become a supporter, that's the best way to do it. And the link for that is somewhere below the channel. But guys, we're going to leave it there. As always, take care of yourselves. And I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.